everyone, my name is Paige Martin. Some of my personal information here, my personal background is that I'm a teacher at Penn Manor School District. I did my undergrad at Kutztown University, where I was dual certified in special ed and elementary ed. I'm currently in my master's program in early childhood through Millersville. This picture over here to the left is a picture of my boyfriend and I. We just bought a new house, so that's been really exciting. This middle picture is a picture of all my family, which is super important to me, and my puppy dog Parker. He is about a year old. He's a mini golden doodle. So again, where I teach is Penn Manor School District. I'm in Central Manor Elementary School, where I'm a learning support teacher, K through 6, which has been awesome. I've been there about 4 years now, and I've really enjoyed my time. Why I'm interested in STEM is just to have a new learning opportunity. I feel my undergrad, I never really heard of STEM, so I thought it was really important that I take advantage and make sure I learn this in my master's program. Also, to improve my ability to guide students' career paths, students of all ages, my K through 6, we really talk about, where they're headed and things that they're interested in. So STEM is really important for me to understand in order to help guide them. Also, to increase my students' critical thinking and problem solving skills. So I broke this presentation up, and so the slide here looks at questions 1 and 2. So what is my definition of STEM? And so I said STEM is an integrated approach that involves science, technology, engineering, and mathematic learning opportunities for students. And in that first video, the STEM integration K through 12, 2014 video, it stressed how the STEM disciplines are vital for our successful economy, and how we need to connect and teach all 4 domains together in an integrated approach and not teach them separately. So that's kind of how I define STEM. And this is my second STEM class that I've taken. And so how have I incorporated STEM into my classroom? So I had students in a math lesson build 3-dimensional structures using various materials like putty, straw, marshmallows, toothpicks, and their goal was to build the tallest and sturdiest structure. So they were put into small groups, and it was highly motivating for them. There's a picture of down there that wasn't from my specific classroom, but something comparable to what I did. So looking here, question 3, I outlined the science, engineering, technology, and mathematic parts, and then how they related to my classroom. So science, asking questions, I asked questions like, what materials do you think would be most successful to use versus least successful? For engineering, we really developed and used models to create structures using various materials, and we really, my goal was to relate it back to real life. So we looked at bridges and other skyscraper buildings and things like that. Technology, we looked at YouTube videos and other pictures online, again, to look at that real life perspective and to get these kiddos in second grade to understand how this relates to the real world and then how it can be translated into their structures that they're building. And then for math, using the models, again, this was a math lesson. So we looked at 3-dimensional shapes and 2-dimensional shapes and creating those models to demonstrate their knowledge. So moving on to questions 4 and 5. Why is STEM education important? I really tied in a lot of the reading and the videos that we saw. So Neil Tyson in that 2012 video really stressed about how STEM drives jobs and the economy. So that's really, really important for our students to understand, especially my students in special education. He also discussed how STEM helps the brain grow and improve function, making us better problem solvers and critical thinkers. I really liked how he mentioned how students often say, well, why do we need to know this? This isn't important. I'm not going to do this in my real life. I'm not going to use this math in real life. So even getting them to understand how it just improves their overall brain function and helps make them better problem solvers is really essential. Also, just relating it to real world concepts and making that link so students can see that. In chapter 2 of our reading, the Vasquez chapter, I talked about STEM literacy and how important it is to integrate all 4 domains together to improve our knowledge. And in chapter 6 of the Vasquez reading, also looking at those 4 gears and how STEM helps engage, motivate, and improve the learning process. So I think that's really important of why STEM education is important. And then my goals for the course is just to find out more unique ways to integrate all four domains, understand the research behind STEM, and to learn something new. Thanks for listening.